It is a myth that COVID and the barrister strike caused the backlog. It is a myth. The backlog existed before those, okay? The backlog existed because they cut legal aid in real terms by almost 40%. They closed down the courts. They sold one of the courts off, Blackfriars Crown Court, one of the only purpose-built Crown Courts in London for criminal matters. They sold it off and now it's used as a TV studio. So whenever you see them filming inside of a Crown Court, yeah, they're doing that in Blackfriars. They cut the sitting days, so the amount of days that judges could sit to save money. So that put an artificial bottleneck on how many matters could be heard. And then also because of the cuts in legal aid, people just started leaving the profession.
And what impact does this have on the country?
If I was to be accused by you, say, of a violent assault, the chances of us going to trial in the next 12 months is almost zero. So maybe 2-3 years down the line, you come to trial, Danny, and you won't remember what you were doing 2 years ago. There will be a lot of holes, completely innocently so, in your memory about what happened 2 years ago. You might also feel the passage of time, it's just not worth it, mate. I just want to put it behind me. I just want to move on with my life. So what you're getting is cases where people are turning up for trial years after they've happened. The defendant has been on bail this whole time. They can't move on with their life. The complainant is what we would call the person you might refer to as a victim. We use the word complainant because it's more emotionally neutral. But the complainants also had this hanging over them. No one can remember anything because it was so darn long ago. If the complainant turns up at all. Alternatively, you have people who are on remand. That is, they don't get bail. And they can spend up to 12 months, 18 months have had. And they just put their hands up and go, I'm guilty. Are you actually guilty? No, Nathan, I just want to go home. I'm guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. I just want to go home. So that is the massive issue, particularly as well with more difficult, sensitive crimes against children, crimes of a sexual nature. That is one of the reasons that you see such low conviction rates.